Hello, and welcome back to Quantitative Reasoning Online. It's lesson 17D. Can you feel the heat? Questions. Hopefully you've gone and looked at the videos associated and the report associated with this tutorial and critically looked at the questions and answered them for yourselves. So let's see what question 1, 2, and 3 are. So you search the internet for information regarding the greenhouse effect. And this should be on the video. Question A, what is a greenhouse and why is what is happening in the Earth's atmosphere called the greenhouse effect? A greenhouse is any building that has an outside color of green. I don't think so. A greenhouse is a building where goods are manufactured. Now, that's called a factory. A greenhouse is any building where an organism can live. That's a house. A greenhouse is a building where plants grow as heat is trapped in the building. Yes. Something similar is happening where layers of gases are trapping thermal energy to help heat the Earth. When viewing from our Earth's atmosphere appears to have a green tint to it. I thought it was blue. Some of the fees happening, D. Definitely D. Alright. How is the greenhouse effect good for the Earth? The Earth orbit would stop if the greenhouse did not exist. I don't think so. The Earth would be very cold if the greenhouse did not trap some heat. Trap some heat? Possibly. Greenhouse provides a protective barrier between the Earth and its moon. Ridiculous, wasn't even mentioned. Greenhouse provides heat needed for solar energy to be a feasible energy source. Greenhouse doesn't provide heat. Basically, it helps retain solar heat, so it's got to be B. Because greenhouse does not trap some heat. And last but not least, how is the greenhouse effect bad for the Earth? Greenhouse is a very thick layer in the atmosphere. No, that's called the atmosphere. I mean, makes it difficult to launch spacecrafts. Yeah, right. If too much energy is trapped, the temperature of the Earth could rise. These temperatures could have a negative effect on the planet. Okay. If the greenhouse gas is not removed, the orbit of the Earth could become as ridiculous. Greenhouse become much thicker than any previous point in history. As it thickens, it may trap all living organisms on the planet. It's got to be B. Too much is trapped. Energy is trapped. Temperature rises. And if it's too warm, we got to move to Alaska to get our suntans. Okay, got the R square, got an equation. Estimate the total growth in carbon dioxide from 1959 to 2013. Express result is percentage change. Maybe too big? So let's see. Looks like he's going. A through C, the regression line equation state is shown. Estimate the total growth in carbon dioxide from 1959 to 1953. Express result as percentage change. Well, again, looking at the graph line here. Okay, look at this guy. It looks like we're about I'll say about 310. And about 380, 390. Yeah, 390. So that gives about 80 over 310. So 80 divided by 310 times by 100. So let's call that 26%, about 26%. And let's round to 26. 26%. Again, just took an estimate off of that red. Looks to be about 310. And again, that red point looks about 390. And how does that work? Hey, it worked. This time it worked. Let's have a better view. All right. According to the trend line, these got back up here. According to the trend line, what's the rate of annual change increase in carbon dioxide concentration? The trend line indicates, and that would be that number, be about 1.496 ppm every year of an increase. That worked. And it's a correlation between time and CO2 strong or weak. If I look at this number, and it's very, very close to 1, which indicates a very strong correlation. All right, last question. In 2014, the government of a particular country released a report on climate change with a very urgent message that the country is already seeing the effect of global warming. Some claims of the report are provided. After reading these highlights, which the following claim was not included in the highlight. Okay, why don't you go read this. Climate change is no longer an issue that can be pushed on the future. It is something that is happening now. There are many changes that people are noticing. The summer season lasts longer than in the past, and it's often hotter than previous summers. I have not noticed that trend. During the year, there are longer periods of time when extreme heat can be experienced. During the winter season, temperatures are often lower than in past years. The winter season itself is also shorter than in past years. When there are downpours of rain, they are heavier than in the past. Some cities that are closer to the coast are experiencing more frequent flooding than in the past. Wow. So let's see. A, flooding is occurring more frequently in central regions. Mentions in the coast area. That could be it. The winter season is growing shorter. Winter season itself is also shorter, and that's definitely covered in the write-up. The temperatures of the summer season is rising. Summer season lasts longer, and it's often hotter than previous summers. Okay. Summer seasons are growing longer. Summer season lasts longer than in the past. So it has to be A. Because when we mentioned flooding, we mentioned on the coast and not central. Fantastic. And I think that is it. Okay, tutorial is done. Questions are done. So, why don't you go now, if you haven't already, do the preview assignment yourself. Then work with Stephanie on the workbook tutorial, workbook. Of course, upload those completed workbook pages for me, and then the practice assignment. And lesson 17 is done. 17 is done. Which means the only thing left to do is 18, which is next, and of course the final exam. But that's another day. So, finish up 17, and I'll see you shortly.